Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I want to welcome you to tonight's broadcast of GHD Radio. What we're presenting tonight is a tragic story out of Georgia about a woman named Jessica Sanders who murdered her family for a lover. Jessica was caught up in an affair with her 25-year-old boyfriend and she wanted a divorce. Her lover didn't want any kids though. So without losing her assets and everything else she owned in life, and knowing that there was an insurance policy on her husband, Jessica decided to put things to an end with her family. Jessica is accused of brutally murdering her family by shooting each one of them in the head. We have Jessica on air with us tonight, and we're going to ask her some questions about the case. Hi, Jessica. How are you tonight?
I'm doing okay.
Well, I just first of all want to give you appreciation for spending your day out of prison with us here at the radio show. Um, but let's get down to it. Let's get this interview going. Um, so, what makes you really want to go on with this interview? Are you wanting to tell the world the truth of what really happened that night when you brutally murdered your family?
Yes, I don't really have much to lose. I feel that the media presented my case to the world and not all the facts were exactly true. I also lost my boyfriend and my freedom, and I feel everyone should know the truth about the murder rather than some made up lies by the media.
Well, can you tell us what happened the night of the murder? What were you doing? Where were you going? Stuff like that.
Well, I was with my boyfriend. I had went with him down to Savannah to stay for the weekend. I told my husband that I was going on a business trip and would not be able to talk to him very much at all. On Saturday night, I put some sleeping pills in my boyfriend's cup, hoping the pills would keep him asleep. I left the house and drove about 200 miles to my house in Rome. I was sick and tired of my family. I wanted my boyfriend and that was it, so all the rest just had to go.
Okay, I think what America is really wanting to know, Jessica, is how could you just kill your kids like that? I mean, did you put money before your kids' lives? I mean, you very well could have easily just taken the kids with you and moved them in with your boyfriend and also not killed your husband. Why did you really kill your kids?
I don't really know. It wasn't that easy. I fell in love with this guy and he didn't want kids. I didn't feel I had any other choice but to kill them. I knew that he would never love me as long as I had kids, and I couldn't see any other way out of the situation.
Did you not really love your kids? I mean, that's kind of the vibe I think most citizens in America are getting from this story.
Yes, I mean I love my kids, but I also love my boyfriend.
I mean, why did you choose to shoot your kids? Did you not have any remorse or feel guilty about it afterwards?
I do have remorse for the murders. I feel horrible, but I was in love, and anyone else would have did the exact same thing.
Wow, I disagree with that a lot. I believe that anyone in their right mind would not have killed their own children. Um, Were there any other reasons or circumstances that you decided to kill your husband? For instance, maybe an insurance policy or something?
Yes, I wanted that money. I think the policy was around $1.2 million or so. I was planning on buying me and my boyfriend our own house. He told me he wanted a house. I figured I could use the money and buy us one and live together. Start a new family.
That's crazy. I mean, you had a perfectly good family, a pretty house, two beautiful little girls. But one other question I want to ask is something that you had mentioned earlier is how do you think the media has had an effect on your case and your story of these murders? And what were you talking about when you mentioned the media?
I just feel that the media made things out worse than they really were. I feel they made me out to be a horrible person. They portrayed me as a monster more than anything. I am not a monster. I was just a simple woman who killed because I loved a guy and would do anything to be with him. I am not the only one who would do that. Other people would do the same.
No, I don't think most people in their right minds would just go off and kill their family or kids for someone they're having an affair with. Mostly, they would rather have a divorce first. I just think that's a really horrible thing to do.
He was worth it all, though, in the end.
Well, we sure do appreciate your time with us here at the radio show tonight. That's all our air time we're going to have. We appreciate y'all listening in. If y'all have any questions, feel free to call in. We're going to have a little talk show about this interview. Call 555-412-7946. And now I'm going to play Monster by Skillet.